Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakamisama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zach Ad. I play Lafdul Moonglade from this space, this sphere we're in. Yeah. He's an elven. I've already lost the plot. He's an elven Mischiefmaker thief, which is a specialty priest of Erevan. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles every week, but because Finn gave such an awesome one last week, I could not but say this one. So he suggested it is the frustratedly flammable follower of the Fae, which is amazing, to be fair. I really like that one. So you can thank him for that title.
So we are waiting for one player, but before we get in, as Anghammarand did right before the start, you can give a player or the Dungeon Master of your choice a bit of an advantage with a reroll. For 500 bits. Currently, Braxon has one, Finn has two, Ockar has one, Lafdul has one, Solas has three, and I, the Dungeon Master, have only 11. And I do want to make a side note again. We are down one player, so we have a slot free. So if anyone out there can make it consistently to the times that we're playing, noon Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time, please send me a message on Discord and let me know that you're interested, and I'll go through the applications and see about getting a new player in. So we left off last time. The party is in realm space. Currently at Garden, I believe you are just getting ready to leave the Moon of Garden, known as Templar, where there were a bunch of wizards have set up an outpost for themselves. You would have learned that they're primarily interested in studying Garden itself.
Yeah.
It's a pretty large world connected by it's a world connected by a whole bunch of world that's connected by a giant plant. So it is certainly not unique in the spheres, but it's still unusual. So there was a plan currently to go to Garden itself. Finn wanted to see if he could find one of the druids living there. And that is an opportunity to cut some wood and things like that. The vines holding the Garden asteroids together are very woody, so they definitely do work for lumber, if that is something that you want to do.
Yeah,
We did get information about a certain druid from the Seekers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get some free wood, that'd be good.
I
Okay.
mean, it will require the effort.
Just make an illusion of some fire, the druids will come coming. And just tell them it's an illusion. There you go, a conversation started.
And then they curse Lafdul.
No one said Laughter will be doing it.
Don't worry, everyone curses Lafdul.
Yeah.
Poor Lafdul. Poor Lafdul. Alright, so, you ready to head to Garden?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we've got if we got a rough idea of where to look for the druid.
Yeah, so, there's multiple druids, but, it is definitely a case where, they gave you some locations of, a few known druids.
So do you need any druid, Finn, or a particular one?
Don't need any in particular. I was just looking to chat with them about the local flora and fauna, but
Okay.
we
I
do have a
guess.
lead on one.
Yeah, I guess we'll just head in and give Finn a spyglass, and he can look out for the place where he thinks a druid would hang out.
He is a spyglass. What are you on about?
What?
He can be like a falcon or whatever and have their eyesight.
Oh. Spyglasses are still generally better. But, so basically it's a case of, like, they gave you a lead on a few known druids. They would have told you that they're pretty sure that there's others that they're not familiar with as well. Being a gigantic plant world,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fairly popular destination for certain types of nature lovers. So I mean, if it's just a case of finding, like whichever one you see the rock of first, that's kind of what it'll be.
So we went to Templar with just the hilt, didn't we?
No,
I
we went
forgot.
with the whole ship.
We went with the whole ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we could dock on the.
Yeah.
All right. So is it tight getting into the bits of this giant plant thing that makes up garden?
So there are spots where it would be tight, and then there are spots where it is not tight at all. Like there are hundreds of asteroids held in to garden. Most of them between like 1 and 10 miles in size.
Right.
Some of them a fair bit larger, kind of thing. But they do move around a little bit. But again, like the vine is more woody than flexible because it's so big.
Yeah.
And gravity is such that there isn't like one single gravity. Every little bit has its own gravity that connects it. So you could definitely like walk from stone to stone, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to damage the big ship if we were going in. I didn't realize how tight it was. I guess we're going with the big ship if it's not a problem.
Yeah. It all depends on what you want to do, kind of thing. The elves are rumored to have a shipyard somewhere in there. There's multiple rumored pirate bases. So a lot of it, kind of depends on just how dangerous you want to be. If you want to make sure that your ship is completely safe, then you're almost certainly not going to be finding any pirate bases or the elven base, because they would be definitely putting their ships someplace where they would be well protected from ships coming in. So,
well, I think if Finn wants to meet a particular druid, and we'll try and find that druid. If not, we'll find another druid. Probably best to speak to the druid before we start chopping down bits of the vine, so that we know what bits we can cut off without it being a problem.
Well, Finn can definitely tell you, like, he can give you some guidelines on what is safe to cut and what is not safe to cut, kind of thing.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Like, he absolutely knows what's what there.
Question, Old.
Mm-hmm.
Out of interest, is there any like lakes or open bodies of water on the plant itself?
Not on the plant itself, but there definitely are on the rocks, and there is weather.
Okay.
So, you know, like some of the rocks will have little running streams, some of them will have ponds or lakes. You know, you'd be looking at the big ones to find an actual lake. But then, yeah, there's weather. It's temperature-wise, like it's not jungly, but it is pretty humid. Is what you would have learned before going there.
Okay, I think we'll just head over there then, and look for the place where we think the druid that Finn wants to meet is.
Okay. So you, it doesn't take you long to get into actual orbit of Garden itself. And you begin surveying for one of the locations that you were told that there was a known druid. So it is one of the rocks. It's about, you know, somewhere around 5 or 8 miles in size. You can tell based on how the plants are growing that it does appear to have a gravity plane, so you can carefully pull in alongside it.
Oh, nice.
Put some like gang planks out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And lash yourself down. You know, basically a makeshift dock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So Finn, before you go off looking for the druid, you'd have an opportunity to give Braxon some recommendations on what he can cut and what he can't cut, kind of thing. And you would see that. You would also see that there are normal trees here too. Like it's not just like the vine itself is not the only plant life by any means. Sorry, go ahead, Finn.
Well, I was just going to say I'd explain, you know, how to identify what's already dead and what you can take, what you can't take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solas would be doing some light studying on the plant itself, out of interest, while this is all happening.
All right, so Finn, when you're Braxon, you were about to say?
Well, I was going to say to Finn, do you need to take anyone with you or take some crew with you?
No.
Okay.
All right. So while Finn is off looking for the druid, and you get crew cutting down some wood and planing it and turning it into lumber, what else do other people want to do? Solas, you're doing some studying of the vine itself.
Plant, yeah, and take some samples here and there of different bits.
Okay, so the leaves of the vine itself, they are gigantic, and it's very easy to put yourself into a position where the sun is completely eclipsed by a single leaf, kind of thing. So you can easily like climb up to one and like cut a little, you know, hand-sized piece off of it, that sort of thing, depending on what you want.
Yeah, I will cut few bits and pieces here and there.
All right, Ockar, welcome. Is there anything that you want to do, or are you just going to help out with the gathering of the lumber?
I'm just gonna help out.
Okay. And Lafdul, how about you?
He's carving another statue out of ivory. It's only like a little hand-sized one.
Okay. Okay. So, Finn, is there anything that you want to tell the party, like, if I'm not back in X amount of time, come looking for me or anything like that?
I'd tell them to give me some time, at least.
What are you thinking?
Probably 8 hours or so.
Okay. Okay, so you set off into the kind of jungly like plant terrain, and you're taking a look around at things. On that trip, you can do a little bit of herb gathering. Let me see.
Okay.
So I'd say herbs that you could easily find just by keeping an eye out on your search for the druid would be jungle and deep forest type herbs.
Okay. Well, I'll look for some for fiend flower then.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the check.
It's a -4. There it is. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you're focusing a little bit too much on trying to find the druid, and you're not able to find anything in particular. I did want to mention, I did go and look up the I did get the description for your pouch that you purchased.
Okay.
So that one, it keeps herbs fresh. So it would nullify a penalty for using preserved herbs, for any sort of things that like, I think you generally have been working with fresh herbs for most of your stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's normally a -2 penalty according to this for using dried herbs.
If I remember right, yeah.
So that would eliminate that penalty. I might put on some other little effects, based on how we end up using it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So, just as a FYI side note for now. Okay. So you take note of the creatures that live around here. A lot of things that you would expect from a kind of forest jungle type environment. Again, it's not too warm. It's not like it's humid, but it's not sweltering. But the plant life is very, very dense. So there's a lot of things that would be hiding. That do well hiding in jungly or foresty terrain.
Okay.
After a couple hours, you do find some signs of a human, and they're signs that would be very easy to miss by other people. Someone other than a ranger or a druid would be likely to miss it, and it's the kind of thing that you would, that's a dead giveaway of a druid in the area.
Okay. Well, keep looking around then.
Okay. So you find a hidden clearing. It would be very easy to overlook if you weren't as skilled at wilderness travel and wilderness knowledge as you are. And as you get close, there you can tell that there is a small cook fire burning in the clearing. The fire is clearly built in a way that the smoke and the smoke goes straight up amongst the trees and the leaves and gets hidden, so it wouldn't get out above the canopy. And it's set up in a way that the smell of it doesn't travel around too much, so it would be well hidden from creatures that might be looking for such a thing.
Yeah, definitely someone who knows what he's doing.
And as you enter the clearing, you can see this little cook fire. You can see that there's a makeshift camp there. And just after entering it, you hear a voice from very close nearby amongst the foliage. I was wondering who was searching for me. Sit down, sit down. And stepping out from the brush is an old man wearing a pelt of a bear as was a bit of a like the bit of a cloak kind of thing, and other leather clothing that you're pretty sure he's made himself. And he motions for you to sit down on a stump nearby.
I will, and I will convey a greeting to him using the Druid secret language.
And he returns that, and he looks over you and says, "You're not a member of Sylvanus' church or Trontia's? Miacc? No, I think not. Who do you follow?"
I am a follower of Obed-Hai.
I am unfamiliar with this deity. Is he from a sphere other than ours?
Yes, he's from Gray Space.
Indeed.
As am I.
Welcome to my little garden. He gives a chuckle.
Do I sense anything about the area?
You're pretty sure that there's some magic kind of influencing the protection of this little camp. Nothing you can identify in particular, but you think that magic is helping keep it concealed in some way.
I was thinking it might be a grove.
No, it is definitely not sacred in that way.
Okay.
It just feels like a protected camp.
Okay.
But he brings out a pot of stew that he was making, and it's nice and hot. And he offers you a bowl and offers to dish you up some.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right. It is quite tasty. You can tell quite a few different herbs and spices are in it. Some things that you definitely are familiar with, and a few things that you're not. And he has a bowl himself, and you can definitely tell that, given the slow aging nature of druids, this guy is probably pretty considerably above 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's always kind of hard to tell, but yeah, his face is pretty heavily wrinkled, and he's definitely not moving with the same spryness that he would if he were, just like 50 even, kind of thing.
Yep.
And he says, "What can I do for you? Are you interested in this great plant that we find ourselves living in?"
I am. I've been traveling to several spheres to learn what I can of different forms of nature.
Yes, this one is certainly a rarity. Even among other worlds that are held together by plants of this nature, few are as large. I know the wizards of Templar are curious if it is some sort of aberrant infinity vine. I myself believe that it is divine in nature, he says, and he kind of reaches out and gently pats one of the big woody vines.
So I'll spend some time asking him about what's unique.
So he's happy to share his knowledge. He tells you about some other other plants that are in the area, and different preparations they can be used for, what will attract or what will repel other creatures, that kind of thing. So one thing that this will do for you is that if you ever want to develop some new herbal concoctions, this will give you a leg up on that. So
Okay.
whether you want to or not, but if you ever choose to, he's sharing you some sharing with you some interesting ideas, things you hadn't considered, different combinations that you hadn't known about, a few plants that you weren't familiar with, but now you can try to find on other worlds too. That kind of thing.
Okay.
But in addition, he is an absolute wealth of knowledge. And you will find that your herbalism proficiency is 1 point higher now.
Oh. Okay, then. That actually eliminates the -1. I'll definitely thank him for the time.
Before you go, there is a problem that perhaps you can help me with in the area.
Of course. What is it that you need?
Have you ever heard of woodwoses? I'll let you make an intelligence check.
Not quite.
And it didn't actually roll. Interesting. So you indicate that you have not, and he says, they are a malevolent plant creature that they look like small people, but they tend to twist and darken the woods around them. There's a small infestation of them nearby, and unfortunately I'm getting on in years, and they are a little bit much for me to handle alone. Would you be up to a challenge of facing them with me?
Certainly.
They are well hidden during the day, but at night they are active and we can hunt them. Find their nest. I have a good idea of where it is, but every time I've gone near, they have made it much too difficult for me to eliminate them. I should warn you, they do have some sap running through their veins that has a dulling effect on your senses.
Mm-hmm. Very well. We can wait until then. I will cast a messenger spell to send a quick message back to the rest of the crew.
Okay.
That I'm going to be helping the druid with something, and I'll be a while.
Okay. Do you want to warn them to keep a watch out at night?
Yes.
Or an extra watch? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you find a small animal, a small bird of some sort that you attach your message to, and it flits off in the direction you came from. So the rest of the party, you would, Braxon would be the recipient of it, and the bird would hop around in front of him until he took the message. And that would indicate to you guys that Finn's going to be a little bit later than expected, but also to keep an eye out for danger at night.
Okay.
All right. So, Finn, you and the old druid, he gives his name as just Bearskin. He makes a joke about having forgotten his old name. You're not entirely sure that that's the case, but you know, it could just be a case where he has chosen a new name for himself, sort of thing, and prefers it.
Okay.
So you wait until night, and Bearskin leads you out into the forest. Do you have any questions for him? Additional questions before you face these creatures, these woodwoses?
If he knows of any effective tactics against them.
He will tell you that they are plants and they dislike fire.
Good to know.
He also says to be careful because they can overwhelm if they come in numbers. Okay, so you go out and let me make sure that I've got this set up. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, hold on a second, because that is not working. Before I pull you over, I wanted to make sure that the lighting was working, and it is not. That would be why, because I didn't turn on dynamic lighting. That helps. Weirdly enough. Okay. Do. Okay. Let me double check to make sure that it is working here, and then I'll pull you over. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm just going to pull everyone over, even though everyone else is just going to see blackness. Sorry. It's just easier than extracting one single person from it right now.
Fair enough.
So, Finn, you should be able to see your token there?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So, Bearskin leads you into the forest, and it is it is night out, but you can see through some of the leaves, a few of the moons of garden floating in the sky overhead. But as you travel through the forest, it does get progressively darker in terms of like the plant life is the leaves are darker. There's more and more parasitic vines and fungus growing everywhere until you do finally come to a place where one of the large vines from Garden's plant, which Bearskin would have told you is called Yggdrasil's Child, where one of the viney roots is burying itself in the asteroid itself. And as you approach, you do see a number of small humanoid figures guarding a tiny cave. And at your approach, they alert and start chattering amongst themselves, pointing at you, and Bearskin says, "Now is the time to face them. Come!" And we'll go ahead and get the initiative going.
Okay.
I don't need that on the list.
I think I will start with that.
Okay.
Good luck.
And I just realized that I forgot to get some rolling tokens for me out.
Yep, good luck.
a second to get these out onto the screen. Okay, and so they are carrying small spears with what appear to be like bronze tips, roughly made, and that is going to be their weapon speed. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So Bearskin is moving forward, and as he does so, he's transforming into a bear. But his bear form is larger than you would have expected. It is definitely a grizzly bear. So you can tell that some additional magic on his part is in effect. Nothing that you're familiar with. You don't know how he's able to do such a large animal.
Make a note of asking about it.
He must be a 3.5 druid. They get more powerful over time.
All right, Finn, your turn.
Okay, I cast Produce Flame.
Okay. Are you just holding it, or are you throwing it immediately?
I was going to throw immediately.
Okay.
And I will throw at this one. No, this one.
Okay. All right. Thaco?
My Thaco is a 14.
That is going to be a hit.
Okay. Okay, singed him.
And you definitely, he definitely did not like that. He screams in pain, and you notice that the flames lick at his body more than you would have expected.
Because the spell can ignite combustibles within a 3-foot diameter of its center of impact.
So everything is really moist here, so it would be really tough to actually ignite the plants without sustained application of fire. So like a wall of fire might do it, but a fire that just like splashes against something is probably not going to be enough to do it.
Okay, well, I've got 9 more of those, so.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a thing. All right, so these two are going to be moving forward and attacking Bearskin. Let me get my dice. Okay. And they are... That's one hit for 3 points of damage. Now, you see these two here, they seem to kind of like... It's very strange because they seem to cut themselves slightly with their spear tips before moving forward.
They're putting their sap on their spears that he mentioned.
That seems that may be the case. All right, so go ahead and roll some initiative. Okay. All right, go ahead, Finn.
Okay, I'm just going to move here to get a clear shot and throw a flame at this one,
All right.
hoping maybe to burn his spear.
All right, that's going to be a hit. Okay. So he definitely does not like that. There's no saving throw for half damage or anything, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so since the damage is not huge, but let me make a saving throw for his weapon. Now, it does seem like the spear shafts are almost made of living wood, or at least fresh wood, so it does not catch light.
Okay.
All right. This one moves forward to attack Bearskin, while the other two are attacking. But they miss, and the other one also misses. This one is really angry, and he is rushing at you to try and spear you with his small spear. And what is your armor class?
With my shield and all the protections, a -3.
Okay. He misses. You can hear a few more coming out of the brush and approaching.
All coming out of the woodwork.
Indeed. Indeed. So this one comes around. He was close enough to get in. And he is going to hit for 2 points of damage on Bearskin. And you can see Bearskin's movements get a little bit more sluggish than they were a moment ago. But he is going to try and claw at one of these guys in front of him. You notice that he is not trying to bite. All right, that is going to be 2 hits. All right, so he tears this little one apart with his claws. You can see the kind of greenish purple sap kind of spray everywhere as it gets torn apart. All right, next round. Okay. All right, so these little woodwoses are moving first. This guy's not going to have enough movement to get an attack off on you. These two are moving to guard the entrance, or it looks like they're actually moving to go inside. And let's see, 1 attack on you, Finn, right now. That is going to be a miss. And 4 attacks on... Actually, only 3 attacks on Bearskin. And they do miss him.
Okay.
All right, your turn, Finn.
Okay, I cast Other Time.
All right, what does that do?
Okay, so I will read the description. When a priest enters other time, he steps into a different reality in which the world around him is frozen at a moment in the future. Until time catches up to him, he may move about unhindered and observe his surroundings. No force known can detect his presence or harm him in the alternate reality, although he in turn cannot affect any creature or object in the physical world. Yada yada yada. I can choose up to 2 rounds. And I am going to use 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I'm another time I'm completely unaware of intervening events. So pretty much the only thing I can do is like drink potions, cast spells, move. Another benefit of it though is if I use the time to study the battle and position myself for an attack, I get a -4 bonus to initiative on the round I emerge and a +4 attack bonus with the first strike.
Okay.
And leaping in and out of the time stream is dangerous activity. Each time the priest employs the spell, there is a 1% non-cumulative chance he becomes stuck another time.
Oh, goody. All right, let me roll that right now. Okay. All right, so you've got 2 rounds to basically move around and see what's up, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Is this 2 rounds? You're not advanced forward in time by 2 rounds. You have 2 extra rounds, essentially, right?
Well, it's basically I rejoin the time stream 2 rounds in the future.
Okay. All right. Okay, so it's kind of like you're out of phase. All right. Okay.
But from my perspective, what I see right now after casting is where it ends, or where I will rejoin. I don't see what leads up to it.
All right, hold on a second. Let me take a quick look at the description.
And this is why you didn't want chronomancers?
To a certain extent, yes. Just because like there's it's one thing when there's a spell or 2 that do things like this versus half of their special spells do something like this. Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put you on the GM layer, and now you can't see anything, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Like, okay, I think what this is doing is that you're jumping into the forward time. And then time will kind of stop while you get 3 rounds at that point, or 2 rounds at that point.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to play out the next 2 rounds. Bearskin is old enough to know what you've done. Like he recognizes the spell, so he's not worried. He doesn't feel like he has been abandoned. And it is his turn, so he is attacking, and he gets 1 hit. Actually, I shouldn't be telling you that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that is, let's see. So you're going to get 2 full rounds. The end of that round doesn't count, so All right. In the meantime, like besides studying the battle, you can cast some spells on yourself if you want in those 2 rounds, or drink a potion or do something else.
Yeah, I was going to drink a potion.
Okay. It's going to be that. And that is going to be that. I'm going to set you to 99 for the moment. All right. So some other things are happening. I guess for viewers, I should narrate this. Just pretend that you don't know what's going on. The 3 nightshades that were, and that's another word name for them, I should say. Bearskin would have told you that at some point, just because I accidentally used the the name.
Okay.
All right, so that is a hit on him. Okay, and he is going to claw at one of these others. Okay. So that is the first round. Now our second round of other time. Don't actually have to resort. Okay, so do. That's 2 misses, 2 more misses, and the final 2 are going to be 2 hits. Alright, and then Bearskin is going to attack. And that is 1 hit. Oops. Okay. Alright. So that is the second round, and I'm going to bring you out of other time, so you have 2 rounds to do what you want. Okay. So that is the
Okay.
situation now.
All right. So the first round, I'm going to move down here.
Oh, also, you would know that Bearskin would have put up a protection from fire on himself
That's really good to know.
before engaging in the fight.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to drink a potion. A glass flask with a muddy, filmy liquid inside, labeled in Talengran Slow Time,
Okay, let's see.
which is a potion of speed, as we identified.
Yep. All right, so that is going to age you by a year.
Yep.
And let me roll for the duration. Okay. It's pretty good plan there with the haste.
Okay. And for my second round, I am casting a wall of fire. The circular version.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it so that it goes just past Bearskin. Kind of trying to clip. Let me just draw some rough lines here.
Hold
kind
on a
of-
second. Let me see.
Like that. That second line.
I think you would have to cast this outside of other time because, well, wouldn't have any effect until you came back. Yeah, because I think that casting a wall of fire in other time would count as affecting things in the physical world.
Okay.
So you'd have to cast that on a round after coming back into real time.
All right. Then I will forget that and instead cast a puffball.
Okay.
To have that ready.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for initiative then. You get your -4 to initiative. Now, when you come back in, you get that -4 to initiative. You can hold onto the puffball and cast the wall of fire.
Yes.
Okay. So that is something you can do.
I think I will do that, actually. So let me throw the check in that box, and then it's cast time 8 and a -4, and then an additional minus from the haste, which is 2.
Yep.
So all told, modifier is 2.
Okay. All right. So before you get back into regular time, let's see. These guys are going to be attacking. That's 2 misses, 2 misses, and 2 misses. All right. Bearskin is going to try and claw at another one, and that is 2 hits. Helps if I'm on the right layer. And that is going to eliminate that one. All right. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so I appear and cast the wall of fire in that circle I described.
Okay, let me see if I have a circular wall of fire. I do not. There. Let me see somewhere else. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I do. I just need to figure out where it is.
So it says I can do a ring with a radius of up to 10 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels of experience of the. It says of the wizard, yet it's a pre-spell.
Yeah, it's just. I think they just copied and pasted most of the text from their wizard version.
Yep, but I am going to basically try to circle it so that the edges are just past me and just past Bearskin.
Okay, I have something that might work. I'm just looking to see if I have anything slightly better. I do. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Where were you looking?
Just a little bit shifted more to the right.
Is this about the right size?
Yeah, that's about there. It says.
So like that?
Um,
I can make it bigger too.
South just a touch, so that I'm inside the ring.
All right, let me actually make it a little bit larger then.
Well, no, because then the other edge would be right at where Bearskin is.
Let me see. Like that?
I was kind of thinking more like
Ping where you want the top of the ring to be. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I was misunderstanding what you wanted. So like that.
yes.
Okay.
And flame the heat outward. So basically trying to catch the 3 on the edge there.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Sorry, it cut out the sound on me again.
Roll for damage.
Okay. 44 plus 1 point per level of spellcaster to any creature passing through it. Or 2d4 points on creatures within 10 feet, 1d4 points on those within 20 feet.
Well, I think they get a save to see if they dodge out or
To
get
see,
hit
to
by
see
the...
which side of the wall they land on,
Yeah.
I think. All right, so it would be the 44 plus 10. That's anyone actually caught by the ring.
Okay. All right, so there are 3 who would be caught by the ring, and they are... So that one screams in pain, and you can smell the smell of burnt plant fibers and things like that as the all 3 of them go up in flames. And let's see.
And then those ones are within 20 feet, so they would take the 1d4. But just 1d4.
Yeah. And since it's just heat, they're not actually going to be... they're not vulnerable to that, since it's not strictly fire.
Yep.
Okay.
That'll even out the numbers a bit.
Yes, it definitely did. Bearskin roars in approval at that. He's definitely taken...
fire.
It's pretty wet, so I mean, it might start a forest fire, or I mean, it might start some fires, but it would be slow acting. So
No, I was just curious how it's all because we were told
Yeah,
to stay
I'm
on
not
watch.
going to. I'm not going to be maintaining concentration on it. So
okay. All right, go ahead and roll for next round initiative.
let's see. So it is still, unfortunately, going to last for 10.
that is still quite a while, yeah.
All right, so this gets the +2. Or I should say -2.
Yep.
And that's a 4. So 2.
Okay. All right, you're up first.
All right. Swinging my mace at this one.
Okay. All right. That is... Let's see, what is your
Probably
THAC-O?
not a hit. It's a 14.
Yeah, that is a miss. All right. These 2, I need to see if they are panicking from the fire. Okay. I need to check something real fast. Can they do a thing that I'm thinking they might be able to do? That's what I am wondering. Okay. All right. So this one right here, you see a magical portal. You would recognize this as Plant Door. It is a spell that you have access to. And he pops out over here, whereas this one is a bit panicky, but not quite so panicky, and is trying to continue to stab at Bearskin because he's noticing that he's not taking fire damage or anything. So he doesn't like where he is, but that was a miss. Alright. Bearskin is going to try clawing this other guy, and that is a hit. And he tears apart that one. Okay.
Well, I would get a bonus attack, but nobody's in range, and I'm not stepping outside the fire until after next round.
Okay. Alright. So go ahead and roll initiative. Oh, nice. Okay, you're up first.
Actually, I just realized that should be 2 less than that, even.
You still would be going first, so.
Yep. Okay, so I'm casting Protection of Fire on myself.
Alright. Okay, Bearskin is charging through the flames and rushing up in bear form to attack this one. That is going to be 1 hit. And he tears that one apart.
If they didn't move, would they take another 1d4 over there, too?
Yes, actually they would. So go ahead and roll 1d4. Okay, that one would be dead now too.
Okay.
Okay, but this one comes over to attack Bearskin now that he is out of the. He's doing it so that he's safe. He doesn't want to be in the. Yeah, once I moved there, I was like, wait, that's too close. He would not get into the fire range. All right, but he misses. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative. All right. You're up first again.
Okay. And I'm just going to dash out here and give him a smack.
Okay. I'm not going to bother calculating how much damage you take to protection from fire because that is just going to like your protection from fire is so good right now that it would eat up all of that and not be an issue.
Especially with my additional protections.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing that's probably a hit.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes.
And this is a small creature, I'm sure. So
Yep.
d6 plus 1 plus 3.
They're about dwarf sized and shaped. Okay. It is still standing, although you have definitely crushed some of its planty, fibery body. Bearskin is going to. Oops, I need to roll 2. And he is going to just eliminate that one, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. So he roars at you, and you can see that back here there is a cave. And he indicates that there are more inside with just basically pointing with his nose that you guys should go in.
Okay.
Are you going to follow him in?
Yep.
Okay. Let me go ahead and bring you over to a different map. Just going to put you right here for the moment, so I can grab you both. All right, so you find the cave leading into a hollowed out root structure of the vine. You can tell that these creatures have burrowed into it, and it is acting as like it is damaging the vine overall. And let's bring you here. Okay.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and clear out some things, and you can roll for initiative. They are. You can tell that they've been. Hearing what's going on. They've been preparing. You'd guess that these ones were resting or something like that. So.
Oh, that didn't work well.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well,
that's the result it would have been.
Okay. So you can tell from their spears that they have caused some like they've already put some of their sap on their spears, on the ones that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Bearskin is going to return to his normal form, and that is. Ooh. Alright, so he gets 8 hit points back. And he's going to be you can tell that he's getting ready to cast a spell next round. Alright, your turn.
Okay. All right. I think I will run down here and smack at this one.
Okay. That is definitely a hit. And that is definitely a kill. Very nice.
Nice.
Alright, so this one is going to come down here to attack Bearskin. And that is a hit. 3 points of damage. And you can definitely tell that his moves are getting more sluggish. Let's see. Repositioning a bit, and that one is going to. Okay. I need to check a spell effect here. So you can hear some chanting in this other language. You do not know the language. You can tell that it does seem Sylvan related.
Okay.
So eventually, if you wanted their language, you could. It would be a language that you could get. do. Okay. All right. You feel the ground beneath you, Finn, get kind of spiky. So you would recognize that spike growth has been cast in the area.
Okay.
And so your movement is going to be reduced. Well, okay, that's only if you make it fail a saving throw. All right. Meanwhile, more of these guys are moving forward. Okay, next turn. Or next round.
Don't I get a extra
Oh,
attack?
yes. Yes, you do.
Okay, well, 1, 2, 3. Taking a swing at this one now.
Okay, so you are going to... I need a saving throw versus spell.
Any benefits from being hasted?
No. Because this is moving through the spike growth.
Okay, so I get no extra bonuses, but
And you'll also take 5 points of damage.
I do have my protection bonuses.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So your movement is not reduced, but you do take that 5 damage.
okay. Oops, double click there. And my attack.
That goes 14.
Yes.
All right, that's a hit. All right, and that is a kill. You smash that one with your mace. All right, next round initiative.
There's my spell list. Did I memorize one? Yes, I did. Good.
Actually, bearskin should be that. Okay. All right, you're up first.
Okay, I am attempting to dispel the spike growth.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You feel the prickliness beneath your feet disappear immediately. Okay. These two advance up to attack you. And they both miss. Let's see, a couple more are coming on out of the woodwork. And let's see. You hear some more chanting, and you see yourself and Bearskin get outlined in a sickly green radiance.
Mm-hmm.
Bearskin chants a spell, and a beam of fire projects out from one of his hands. That is a Flame Blade spell.
Okay.
All right, next round. Because this area is much too, like, further down some of these corridors, you will have to bend over.
Yep.
So his bear form was
do.
definitely not not appropriate for in here.
Not too quick with this one, but oh well.
Okay. So you got the 13?
Yep.
All right. Bearskin steps forward and says, "Thanks for eliminating that spell. I can move freely." And he swings. Helps if I roll a to-hit roll rather than the damage. That is a hit. Okay. 10 points of damage, and he chops into this woodwose, cutting it down. And it is now your turn.
Okay. You said my turn?
Yep.
All right. I am casting Produce Fire,
Okay.
which is I create a common fire up to 12 feet per side in an area that only lasts a single round. So I'm going to center it on, or just behind. I'm going to center it kind of right here.
Okay. So 12 feet, you said?
Yep.
Okay. It's 12-foot diameter, right?
12-foot square.
12-foot square. Okay. Okay. All right.
12 foot aside.
And let me... Not snap to center. No snapping. Okay, if you target it... Give me a wisdom check at half your score. I'll see if you can get all three of these guys. This one, and this one. Okay. So you get these two.
Okay.
Alright, and how much damage?
1d4 plus caster level.
Alright.
And there is no save.
Alright, so there is this great big burst of flame, a whoosh sound, and these two both scream, and you can tell that this is the one that was casting. It was chanting another spell. It has obviously lost that spell.
Oops, sorry.
And
Not really.
it is dead. Alright, so now it is these guys' turns. I'm just going to move that one off. This one rushes down. They are angry now. You've clearly slain their leader. And one is attacking you, and one is attacking Bearskin. You are outlined in fire. All right. That is going to be a hit on Bearskin. 4 points of damage. Okay. And he's definitely sluggish and easier to hit now. Okay, next round.
Obviously, the dice haven't figured out that I'm under the effects of a haste potion.
Nope. All right. So that is going to be an attack on you and an attack on Bearskin. Oops, that is not the right thing. All right. That is actually going to be a hit on both of you. So 3 on Bearskin. And 5 points of damage on you, Finn, and you lose a point of dexterity.
No save?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually. Yes. Yes, there is. So I should have been making a save for Bearskin. Oh well.
Poison save?
Yes, poison. All right. You do not lose the dexterity. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Swing at the one in front of me first.
Okay. That is a hit. For 10 points of damage on the one right in front of you, and you crush that one. Alright. Bearskin is going to... Right, no, he's not in bear form anymore, so it's not 2d20. Okay, that is going to be a hit with his Flame Saber. Alright, another 10 points of damage. And that eliminates that one. Alright, you get your second attack.
Okay, so I will advance forward and swing at this one here.
Okay.
Because I couldn't see the one north of me there.
That is definitely a hit.
I think that hits.
Alright, 8 points of damage. It is still alive. Alright, next round initiative. They recognized it this time.
Yeah, figured it out.
Okay, you're up first.
All right, well, smack him again then.
Thaco 14, that is going to be a hit.
Okay then.
Okay. You crush that little plant creature as well. Now it is their turn. Nope. Grab the wrong thing.
I think that'll be enough casting from him.
Well, this is the one that was casting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already took care of him.
I roasted him, got it.
Yes. Alright, so they are both moving up to attack you, and that is going to be both misses. And now Bearskin comes up here and attacks this one behind you. But he misses. So your second attack?
Okay, well, if he's going to engage that one, I'll take on this one.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, that's not the right roll.
If only you could cause 1d20 damage. Although, on the other hand, it's the same damage. That's great. All right, you eliminate that one as well. I'm sorry, someone else said something?
I said it was fated.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it sounded like Braxon there. All right. There's only one of them left, so you guys can together quickly take care of that. Do you have a spell to eliminate your wall of fire? Do you have another Dispel Magic?
I don't.
Okay, let me see if he does. Did I give him one? I did not. Do you have anything else? No. I did not think to give him a rain spell. You have anything else that might eliminate potential fires that get started?
Yeah, actually, I do. I have Fire Purge.
Okay.
It won't eliminate the magical fire, but it will prevent any other fires from forming in the area of effect.
All right. For how long?
A turn per level.
Oh yeah. All right. So that takes care of the problem. All right. I'm gonna drag everyone back to the sphere chart because that is the combat done. So you step out of the hollowed out roots and cast your fire purge. And the two of you wait there just long enough to make sure that that everything is good. Bearskin casts a few spells into the root mouth, you know, like the hollowed out root, to try to give it some, bring some more life back into it and make it healthier. And then the two of you return to his camp. And he says, "Oh, actually, I'm sorry, not yet. So you'd have a few moments to search their little, their little root cave.
Mm-hmm.
And you do find, 3 small bottle-like containers made of bark or some other kind of woody substance. In one, you find a thin greenish oil. In another, there's a thick crimson liquid. And the third has a pale gray fluid with small particles floating in that. So let me go ahead and send that to you guys.
Okay.
Give me just a second. And now these are yours, so you can decide how to handle that. But I'm gonna send them to the entire group just so they're.
Yep.
There we go. All right, so that's sent on over.
Okay.
Bearskin will say, "You keep those. You keep those as a reward for your assistance in helping me eliminate this small threat to the local ecology.
Hmm.
Those are probably plant-based brews that they created."
Interesting. Be interesting to find out what they are.
Do you have a detect magic?
I do.
All right. You want to cast that?
Yeah, I think I will use it.
Okay.
Where's that? There it
They
is.
are definitely magical, and you should have a 95% chance now of detecting the type.
10th level.
Yeah, so 95. Okay. In the order that I sent them to you, you've got combat, healing, and healing.
Okay. Just getting them into the player sheet.
Mm-hmm. So Bearskin will thank you once again, and he produces some a pouch of dried meat and crackers, and offers some to you. Says, "I could not have done it alone. I really do appreciate your assistance. They would have overwhelmed me. My previous attempts, I'd always had to turn into a bird and fly away
I
before
was
they were
glad to
able
help.
to slay me. Those creatures are carnivorous and twist the trees and plants around them.
I just realized I never did use the puffball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh well. I'll
I
just
mean, it
let
was
fade.
something that you had ready to use in case you needed it.
Yep.
Did you want to ask him about his shape change?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Yeah, so he says, yes, that is a gift of my god. And he taps a small amulet he has that is detecting as magical.
Yeah.
And he says, I found it many, many years ago in my adventuring in the lair of a dark dryad who had been taken by evil. I had to slay her before she killed many other creatures in the area. This was before I came to Garden, though.
Ah. It certainly seems to be something handy.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So, from his basic description, you would realize that it's an item that allows a druid to shape change into L-sized creatures as well, besides just medium and small.
Very interesting. I'm going to cast one more spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a shape wood on the entrance of the cave.
Okay.
And just kind of twist it closed so nothing else can get in there.
Okay. And he says, "Good idea. Good idea. That will seal it up, and at least for now. Hopefully, anything that does come along and decide to make its home there will be a perfectly normal creature, like a bear or something. But I will keep an eye out on it."
Well, it has been a pleasure to chat with you and, of course, to help you with your issue here. But I should probably get back to my company now.
I understand. I understand. It has been a real pleasure in having your company as well. Thank you. And if you ever stop by our garden again, do look me up.
I certainly will.
Okay. So it's getting on to morning by the time you get back to the company. They didn't have any trouble at night, but they did also have heightened alert. They probably would have found a little stream where they could fish some, catch some fish. Maybe did a little bit of hunting to capture some, to have some fresh meat and fish and, maybe some fowl, something like that. In addition, collected up some berries, vegetables, wild vegetables, that sort of thing. Just generally adding to the supplies. So that will be 2 man-days worth of food added. Not 2 man-days, but 2 days worth of food added to your total of however much it takes to feed all your crew. So you can either just like skip, reducing your food supplies by 2 days if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. You would have been able to harvest, I think we will say 5 hull points worth of wood in that time. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Braxon, you there? He might have stepped away for a second. Okay. Is there anything anyone else would want to do in that time?
I did say that I was studying the plant and collecting different samples.
Yeah. I meant, like, other than that. Because you guys would have had a little bit of extra time because, Finn was off on his own for a little bit.
No, I would have just been carving a statuette
Okay.
from ivory.
Alrighty, then in that case, unless there's anything else that you guys want to do, you can start getting ready to head out.
Okay.
Just to get back on schedule and things like that, I will cast Nap on myself.
Okay.
So I only need to sleep an hour and then can rememorize spells.
Okay.
Since I had it memorized anyway.
It's a good idea. Alright. So were you guys thinking about heading straight into Toril at this point, or...
I think the next
Dragonstone,
stop
wasn't it?
was Dragonstone on Selion's Tiers.
Right, well, I mean, that orbits... That's
Yeah.
the satellite of Toril, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll head in
But
that
I think
direction.
that was the next step on the itinerary.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's probably a good idea. It's a little bit early for the break, but we'll go ahead and take the break now. Just to like, you know, I mean, we had that, and it's a good break point. And that way, if anyone does think of something that they want to do before they leave Garden in that break, then you can say so. All right, so for those watching on YouTube, we will be back with the next episode. For those on Twitch, we will be back after just a short break. Good time to get something to snack on, get a drink, stretch your legs, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
We'll see you then.